Hi guys, Ativ here, and in this video I will be talking about the Washington football team schedule, and this will be the last schedule for the whole NFC, and I will probably be doing the NFC East standings next, and then after that I will be doing the whole NFC standings. So yeah, without further ado, let's look at their schedule. So this is their schedule, and yeah, let's hop right into game one. So their first game is versus the Eagles. This is a rivalry matchup. And I have the football team losing. I mean, although it is a rivalry, if Carson Wentz can start off strong and the Eagles receiving core can play even decent, because I feel like Carson Wentz is a great player, then I feel like the Eagles should be able to cruise past the football team in this game. So yeah. In game two, we have the football team at the Cardinals, and I have the football team losing this one. The Cardinals, I'm not sure if Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins will already find their groove, but I feel like the Washington football team, I'm not sure about Dwayne Haskins. I mean, he was arguably the worst starting QB in the league last season, and you guys just lost Darius Geis as well, so I mean, you have an old Adrian Peterson, and although he did get you nearly 900 yards last season, is he really gonna do you that good for your future? I'm not sure. Although you do have Terry McLaurin, and I feel like I would not be surprised if he got over 1,000 yards this season. I mean, he got 919, I believe, and he was a rookie, so I feel like there are bright things coming his way in his future. And for the defensive side, they have a pretty good defense. I feel like Ryan Kerrigan is underrated. Then if Chase Young plays like how we all expect him to, then he's going to be insane. And, I mean, although they did lose Quentin Dunbar, do they still have Troy Apke? If they do, he has some speed, so yeah. But I don't think that they'll be able to win versus the Cardinals. In game three, we have the Washington football team at the Browns. I have the football team losing this. The Browns have a pretty good receiving core. Then they have Nick Chubb, and they do have a gunslinger in Baker Mayfield, but, I mean, he throws more touchdowns than interceptions usually, although he does throw a bunch of interceptions. So, I won't be surprised if he threw a couple of interceptions this game, but let's go to game four. So in game four, we have the Ravens at the Washington football team, and I feel like the football team should be losing this one very badly. I mean, if you remember the Ravens-Dolphins game, where the Dolphins got smacked and then Minkah Fitzpatrick asked for a trade, I feel like that could be this game right here. I mean, it's one of the better teams in the NFL playing against one of the worst teams in the NFL, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I feel like the Ravens should cruise along in this one. In game five, we have the Rams at the Washington football team, and I have the football team losing this one. I mean, the NFC West, it's just so stacked. And, I mean, you could make a case that the Rams are the worst team in that division and will still go 9-7 maybe. That's insane. So, I mean, they have Robert Woods, who I believe said that he wanted to stay there for the rest of his career. And they have Jared Goff, who, if he can get things figured out, he might be able to make another Pro Bowl. And, I mean, you got Cam Akers because you lost Todd Gurley, so that's good. And you have Cooper Kupp, who had a great season. So, yeah, you have a lot of talent on your offense. And then you have Aaron Donald, of course, on your defense, who I feel like at this point is easily the best, maybe not easily, but he's definitely the best defensive player in the league. In game six, we have the Washington football team at the New York Giants. And I feel like the Washington football team will lose this one. I feel like the main reason that they're going to lose this one is because of home field advantage. So, yeah. In game seven, we have the Cowboys at the Washington football team, another rivalry matchup. And I feel like the Cowboys should easily win versus the Washington football team. although it is at the Washington football team's home, the Cowboys, they have a lot of talent, and I'm not sure if they're ever going to be able to capitalize on that. But I don't think that the football team will be able to stop them. In Game 8, we have the Giants at the Washington football team, and this will finally snap the football team's 7-game losing streak, as I have the football team finally winning. Mainly home field advantage, I guess, is what you could say, for the reason I have the football team winning. So, yeah, I guess I have them splitting this one. In Game 9, we have the Washington football team at the Lions. And I feel like the Lions will take the W here. But I honestly won't be surprised if they lost. Like, these are two pretty bad teams. But I feel like the Lions will take the cake in this one. I mean, I feel like Matt Stafford should get into his groove by now. Kenny Galladay should have gone some touchdowns, and he can rack up a bunch of yards as well. And, I mean, I feel like the Lions should be able to win versus the Washington football team. In Game 10, we have the Bengals at the Washington football team. And this is another one where I would not be surprised if the Washington football team actually won this, but I have them losing. I mean, maybe Joe Burrow will have done some stuff by now. Joe Mixon is a great player as well. AJ Green might be comeback player of the year, and he might have done some good stuff. And they have Tyler Boyd, who I think is very underrated. I mean, he's had 2 seasons with over 1,000 yards, but I feel like no one talks about him because of his team. And then you have Geno Atkins as well, who's made the Pro Bowl so many times. But on the Washington football team, you have Adrian Peterson, but he's kind of washed, I guess. Then you have Terry McLaurin, who I feel like will be, in the future, one of the better receivers in the league. But yeah. In Game 11, we have the football team at the Cowboys. I have the Cowboys sweeping the football team. In Game 12, we have the football team at the Steelers, and I think the Steelers should be able to win this one pretty easily. They've got a lot of talent. TJ Watt was very close to winning Defensive Player of the Year last season. He got over 14 sacks. And they have Cam Hayward as well, who is a menace. And they have Minkah Fitzpatrick, who is one of the better safeties in the league. And then you have Ben Roethlisberger coming back. And maybe Juju Smith-Schuster can have a pretty good season as well. So, yeah. In Game 13, we have the football team at Niners. I feel like the Niners should be able to win this one quite easily. I mean, their defense is very good. And, oh, by the way, I forgot to talk about Matthew Ioannidis, or whatever his name is, on the Washington football team. He's pretty good as well. But the Niners' defense is so good. I mean, Nick Bosa is a beast. And then you have Jimmy Garoppolo, who had nearly 70% completion percentage, so that's pretty good. He got 27 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, so that was pretty good as well. And then you have George Kittle, who I feel like he's the best tight end in the league, and he got his money. And Deebo Samuel might get 1,000 yards despite him being injured. So, yeah. In Game 14, we have the Seahawks at the Washington football team. And I feel like the Seahawks should be able to win this one pretty easily as well. I have the NFC West sweeping the Washington football team. So, yeah. In Game 15, we have the Panthers at the Washington football team. I have the football team losing this one. The Panthers, I mean, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater will have a pretty good season this season. And then you have Christian McCaffrey, who's probably the most versatile running back in the league. And probably the best. And then you have DJ Moore as well, who he had a really good season. Over 1,100 yards last season. Actually, I think he got like 1,175 or something like that. So he had a good season. And then in our last game, Game 16, we have a rivalry, the football team at the Eagles. And I do not have the football team ending it in a hot start. I have them, or not hot start, hot finish, I should say. I mean, I have them losing. But I have the football team going 1-15. It's really bad. And I feel like I could see a lot of people disagreeing with me. So if you disagree with me, please tell me in the comments below. And yeah, that will wrap up this video. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.